Assemblyman Cryan, what's the state of gun laws in New Jersey, and what do we need to do to make things a little bit safer for our citizens?
Well, New Jersey certainly has strong gun laws, but there's always more we can do. There's been a number of proposals, which I'm sure we'll talk about today, some of which are mine, whether it's in reducing magazine size, whether it's in reducing including psychiatric evaluations, mental health evaluations, whether there are a variety of proposals out here, ammunition sales, all things that are common sense legislation that we ought to be thinking about and moving on, hopefully sooner than later here in New Jersey. I'd like to see us not only mirror New York's legislative success and President Obama's leadership, but I'd like to see us do everything we can to make sure that those that have a weapon legally are actually capable of having it, and that we all have better safety as a result. Well, I've dropped legislation along with some of my colleagues that requires a psychiatric evaluation. I have the honor of working with the Union County Sheriff's Office. All my officers require an evaluation in order to have a weapon, and it's the ultimate weapon that you have. You have a person's life in your hands. So I think calling for that, given the changes that we have in society right now, one of the things that concerns me most is not only the evaluation process and making sure the folks have the mental capability to handle a weapon, but that we handle this culturally, that we need to be focused on the desensitizing of violence and respecting human life. Well, I'd like to see uniform laws. Obviously, the President's called for the 10 magazine clip. I think that's important. I'd love to see the assault ban absolutely brought back. I'd like to see the background checks increased. I thought Joe Biden and President Obama did an outstanding job for proposals. I've mirrored some of them along with some of my colleagues here in New Jersey, and I hope that we continue. Look, everyone respects the Second Amendment and law-abiding citizens. The bottom line, dude, is let's do more. We need to do more.
I know you're all cold. Why don't we give ourselves a round of applause and cheer ourselves up and give the organizers one? Let's warm up. Let's give Mayor Jerry Healy a round of applause for putting this together with the Million Moms and all of you for being here. Now, I got to tell you, when you write legislation, like the folks up here, a lot of us do, we get emails. We get lots and lots of emails from folks that believe in the Second Amendment, and they're not shy to tell you. If you wonder when you're standing out here in the cold and whether it matters, I promise you it matters. All the emails I get, and a lot of us do and co-sponsor legislation, is almost all begin with this: I am a law-abiding citizen and I believe in guns rights. Right? You've all seen these? And here's what I would say to all of you: just take a moment. Just take a moment. Charlie mentioned it and Sheila did, but just take a second. Just a little over a month ago, 20 parents in the morning dressed their children. And people who we trust to educate our children, the principal to lead a school, all got dressed with the same common purpose that day. And when they drove to school, or the parents put their children on a bus, they probably gave them a kiss. I suspect all the girls gave a kiss back and said, "I love you." The boys might have been a little shaky. Teachers went to school with beautiful smiles and enthusiasm. And the principal went in to lead. They all went with the same things that we all want. They expected safety. They expected their children to come home. They expected to talk about their day. Instead, without reliving the horror of the moment, those parents came back, rushed back, and were told to go to a different room. And we all felt the horror of wondering the choice. When you think about it for a minute on the events that we've learned, 11, 12 bullets, and a 6 or 7-year-old. And when I read emails that say, I'm a law-abiding citizen and I believe in guns rights, and I believe in the Second Amendment, I say to myself, whether it was for the hero teacher, the hero principal, for the lives that we'll never know that they could have become, I wonder what their amendment is. I wonder what right they have today. And the only thing I can think of is the right for what we do right here, right now. We fight for change. They have the right for us to fight for change, and we have the right to make a difference in their memory and in our future and in our children's future. to stand today so that we can make a difference so that it never happens again. Mark Smith said 33. Let's remember that day. Let's remember the 33 each day. Let's make a difference for the future of New Jersey and in this country. Thank you all for being here and being advocates.